It's been several years since the last review on string trimmers, and a lot of improvements have been made since that time. So let's get the testing underway and see which brand is the best. We'll see which string trimmers cut faster than a gas string trimmer. We'll also see which trimmer head holds the most trimmer line. We'll also compare total runtime as well as how long it takes to recharge the batteries. At a price of only $179 for the string trimmer, battery, and charger is this WORX brand. It's a 40-volt, 15-inch string trimmer. It's a brushless motor and it comes with a 4 amp hour battery. They claim it runs 50% longer, is 25% more powerful than string trimmers with standard brush motors. The WORX comes with an easy load spool head. You can use 0.095 string trimmer line. Assembly is pretty quick with installing the debris shield, the shaft lock, and the front handle. And the WORX is made in China. The trimmer has a battery charge indicator. At 20 inches from the sound meter, the WORX is pretty quiet at only 74 decibels. The electric motor is mounted just above the trimmer head, and the front of the trimmer is pretty light at only 4.28 pounds. With the batteries installed, the total weight is 9.31 pounds. Several of the brands advertise no-load RPM since that may be a factor in cutting speed. And the WORX reached a maximum RPM of around 5,861 with fully charged batteries. At a price of $200 for the string trimmer, battery, and charger is this CAT brand. It's a 60-volt, 15-inch brushless string trimmer. They claim it delivers 40% more power and 10% longer runtime than standard brushless motors. It also works with 0.95 trimmer line. They also claim 70% more power and 10 times longer life than brushed motors. It comes with a 60-volt, 2.5 amp hour battery. To conserve battery life, it does have an eco mode. Assembly is pretty quick with installing the debris shield, the shaft lock, and the front handle. Just like the WORX, the electric motor is mounted near the trimmer head. And the CAT string trimmer is made in China. The trimmer head weighs about a half pound more than the WORX at 4.86 pounds. The total weight of the trimmer is 10.79 pounds. And this is a pretty quiet CAT at 78.2 decibels. And the CAT has a higher no-load RPM than the WORX at around 6,029 or about 170 RPM faster than the WORX. At a price of $259 for the string trimmer, battery, and charger is this Ryobi brand. You can adjust the trimmer line length from 14 to 16 inches. They claim it delivers more power than a 27cc gas string trimmer. The Ryobi comes with a 40-volt, 4 amp hour battery. Brushless motor, advanced electronics, and lithium batteries provide more power, runtime, and durability. They claim you can reload the 0.095 line in under 60 seconds. It includes a 2-speed transmission. And the Ryobi is made in Vietnam. And the front of the trimmer is the lightest yet at only 3.63 pounds, and the total weight is just over 11 pounds. And the Ryobi's pretty loud at 96.3 decibels. And the Ryobi produces about the same no-load RPM as the WORX at 5,846. At a price of $319 for 2 batteries, 1 charger, and the string trimmer is this Kobalt brand. The previous string trimmers were powered by 40 or 60 volts, but the Kobalt is powered by 80 volts. It includes a 2 amp hour battery as well as a 2.5 amp hour battery. It includes a 2-speed transmission. It also has a 17-inch cut. They claim that the 2 amp hour battery can be fully charged in just 1 hour. And the Kobalt is made in Vietnam. And the string trimmer's motor is mounted to the string trimmer head. 4.26 pounds at the front is about the same as the WORX, and the total weight is just over 11 pounds. And the Kobalt's relatively quiet at 76.5 decibels. And the Kobalt produces a little bit higher RPM than the Ryobi at 5,876 on a fully charged battery. At a price of $320 for the trimmer, battery, and charger is this Husqvarna brand. It's a 40-volt, 16-inch straight shaft trimmer. It has a boost button that instantly delivers 20% more power. They claim it's 25% lighter. It's supposed to vibrate less than other string trimmers. We're going to test that. The direction that the motor spins can be reversed. It includes a 4 amp hour battery. And the Husqvarna is made in China. 4.625 at the front and 5.19 at the rear for a total weight of 9.81 pounds, which is pretty light. And it's 78.3 decibels for the Husqvarna. The Husqvarna has a power boost mode that causes the RPM to surge to over 6,600 RPM, and then it almost immediately slows down to around 5,800. At a price of $349 for the string trimmer, battery, and charger is this Ego brand. It's a 16-inch trimmer with a 56-volt system. It comes with a 4 amp hour battery, digital 2-speed selector, and indicator. They claim that their high-efficiency brushless motor delivers a long runtime, low vibration, and extended tool life. And the Ego is made in China. And the Ego does come with a shoulder strap. And 4.46 pounds on the front of the trimmer is about average, but 9.46 pounds on the back of the trimmer for a total weight of almost 14 pounds is the most yet. And it's right at 88.6 decibels for the Ego. And the Ego has one of the fastest trimmer head speeds in the lineup at just under 6,000 RPM. At a price of $400 for just the string trimmer and not the battery and charger is this Milwaukee brand. It's a 17-inch dual battery straight shaft trimmer. And the Milwaukee comes set up for a 15-inch cut, but let's go ahead and set it up for a 17-inch cut. I'll go ahead and switch around the direction of the trimmer line knife. It's optimized for 8 amp hour batteries, and that's what I'll be using. They claim it delivers a very impressive 2.5 horsepower. It can handle trimmer line from 0.080 all the way up to 0.105. Just like the Ego, the Milwaukee comes with a shoulder strap. They claim it delivers up to 6,200 RPM. And Milwaukee does have 2 different speed settings. They claim it reaches full throttle in under 1 second. And the Milwaukee is made in Mexico. Just over 6 pounds on the front of the trimmer is quite a bit, and the Milwaukee is the heaviest yet at 16.41 pounds total. And the Milwaukee is the loudest yet at 99.1 decibels. And the Milwaukee makes the fastest constant no-load RPM so far at 6,190 RPM. Very impressive. At a price of $439 for just a string trimmer and not the battery and charger is this Makita brand. They claim it has the power equivalent to a 30cc gas string trimmer. 17-inch cutting swath for increased productivity. They claim that the steel drive shaft provides less vibration and longer equipment life. It has a brushless motor. The kit even includes safety glasses. It includes 3 different speeds. And the Makita uses 2 18-volt batteries for a total of 36 volts. It comes with a variable speed trigger. Unfortunately, the Makita does not offer a quick reload head. And the Makita is made in China. Under 4 pounds on the trimmer head is pretty light, and 13.61 pounds total is about 3 pounds lighter than the Milwaukee. And the Makita is pretty loud at 93.2 decibels. And the Makita produces just over 5,800 RPM, which is about the same as most of the other brands. At a price of $449 for just a string trimmer and not the battery and charger is this DeWalt brand. It has a 17.5-inch swath. They claim the high-torque brushless motor achieves peak power 18% greater than a 36cc gas string trimmer. They claim it's 70% quieter compared to a 36cc gas string trimmer. It can handle up to a 0.105 line. It uses a 60-volt max battery, and the DeWalt includes a shoulder strap. I'll be using a 9-amp-hour battery in the DeWalt. The DeWalt has a battery charge level indicator as well as 3 different speeds, and the DeWalt is made in China. The DeWalt is about 4.55 pounds at the front of the trimmer with a total weight of around 15.5 pounds, and it's 92.4 decibels for the DeWalt. Surprisingly, the DeWalt only produces close to 5,100 RPM or about 700 RPM less than the other brands. However, the DeWalt does offer the widest swath in the lineup at 17.5 inches, and that's probably a factor in the build design. So the Milwaukee produces the highest constant no-load RPM at almost 6,200. Cat finished in second place at 6,029 and Ego third at just under 6,000. If you're looking for a lightweight trimmer, the WORX is the lightest at 9.31 pounds. Husqvarna is also pretty light at 9.81 pounds and the Cat third lightest at 10.79 pounds. A high-quality debris shield can really prevent getting hit by sticks, stones, and grass clippings. And the Makita offers the least protection at only 7 inches in width. The Milwaukee's debris shield offers the most protection at close to 12.5 inches. Taking a look at all the string trimmers in the lineup, there's quite a bit of variance among the brands. Most of the gas trimmers offer almost immediate trigger response and reach full RPM quickly. Some of the string trimmers have a soft start which can really slow down productivity at times. And the WORX is off to a really slow start at 2.5 seconds to reach full RPM. And a 60-volt Cat is a little bit quicker to get up to speed at 1.9 seconds, but that's still pretty slow. And the Ryobi is the most efficient string trimmer yet, getting up to full speed in only 1.3 seconds. And the 80-volt Kobalt has a little bit of trigger delay, and it's almost as fast as getting up to speed as the Ryobi at 1.5 seconds. Just like the Husqvarna, the Kobalt also has a little bit of trigger lag and is up to full RPM in 1.5 seconds, the same as the Kobalt. And the Ego has really improved since I tested it several years ago, and it's the fastest to get up to speed so far in only 0.8 seconds, the best yet. And the Milwaukee is even faster than it was 3 years ago and moves into the lead at only 0.2 seconds. Very impressive. The Makita is also pretty fast, but not as fast as the Milwaukee and the Ego at very close to 1 second. And the DeWalt is very fast at only 0.5 seconds to move into second place behind the Milwaukee. If you're looking for a string trimmer that is the most responsive and gets up to speed quickly, the Milwaukee is the fastest at only 0.2 seconds. DeWalt finished in second place at 0.5 seconds and Ego third at 0.8. A trimmer that has a large trimmer line capacity can help you avoid unnecessary pit stops. So in the next test, let's compare the capacity of each of the string trimmers. To add trimmer line to the WORX, just line up the arrow with the eyelet. I'll go ahead and attempt to add 20 feet of trimmer line. Adding trimmer line to a speed feed style trimmer head is very nice. The WORX trimmer head is full of trimmer line and left behind 2 trimmer lines that are 4 feet long. That works out to 12 feet of trimmer line capacity. Just like the WORX, the arrow lines with the eyelet on the Cat. And it took me around 35 seconds to wind up the trimmer line, and the Cat is finished with a total capacity of around 16 feet. The Ryobi's bump and feed has an arrow that needs to be aligned with the arrow on the trimmer head. Using the real easy system, it took about 10 seconds to reload the trimmer line, and the Ryobi is only holding about 15.5 feet of trimmer line. With the Kobalt, you simply align the green lines to refill the trimmer head. And it took a couple of attempts, but the trimmer line is finally inserted through the trimmer head. And it took me around 36 seconds to add right at 20 feet of trimmer line. Align the 2 arrows and the trimmer head is ready to be fed. And the Husqvarna has to be wound in the opposite direction compared to the previous 3 brands and holds very close to 20 feet of trimmer line. Once the trimmer line is in position with the Ego, you can wind the cord manually or use the power load feature. And the Ego is holding close to 20 feet of trimmer line and has more capacity to spare. So let's try 30 feet. And the power load feature is very nice and allows the trimmer to do all the work winding up the trimmer line. And the Eagle has the most capacity yet at 23.5 feet. Align the large and easy to see red lines with the Milwaukee and it's ready for trimmer line. And it took me close to 1 minute, but the Milwaukee is holding right at 30 feet of trimmer line, the most yet. Unfortunately, the Makita doesn't have the speed feed set up, and this can add some extra time and effort to reloading the trimmer head. And the Makita only holds around 17 feet of trimmer line. So the Makita will have to be reloaded about twice as often as the Milwaukee since it has about half the capacity. Fortunately, the DeWalt does have a speed feed style head and has 2 white lines that need to be aligned. And the DeWalt is holding right at 30 feet of trimmer line just like the Milwaukee. A trimmer head with a large trimmer line capacity can save you a ton of time over the life of the trimmer. And the DeWalt and the Milwaukee have the largest capacity at 30 feet. Eagle also has a pretty decent capacity at close to 23.5 feet. If trimmer line comes into contact with a chain link fence or a sharp object, it can quickly become short. If it becomes too short, the trimmer line won't dispense with a bump to the trimmer head. So let's see if the trimmers can dispense trimmer line that's been shortened to 3/4 of an inch. And the WORX Nitro is not able to dispense the trimmer line. So let's see if it can dispense trimmer line that's been shortened to 2 inches. And it took 8 bumps, but the WORX is finally dispensing the trimmer line. I made over a dozen attempts to dispense the trimmer line shortened to 3/4 of an inch with the cat without success. And persistence is paying off with the 2-inch trimmer line with the cat, and it's dispensing trimmer line after 9 bumps. And the Ryobi is not able to dispense trimmer line shortened to 3/4 of an inch. However, the Ryobi is dispensing the 2-inch trimmer line on the second bump. 3/4 of an inch is just too short for the Kobalt. With 2 inches of trimmer cord length, the Kobalt is dispensing trimmer line on the first bump. And the Husqvarna is doing the best yet at dispensing trimmer line shortened to 3/4 of an inch on the third bump. Unfortunately, 3/4 of an inch is just too short for the Eagle. However, 2 bumps with 2-inch line and the Eagle is dispensing trimmer line. The Milwaukee performed just as well as the Husqvarna with 3 taps to the trimmer head, and the 3/4 inch trimmer line is getting dispensed. And 3/4 of an inch trimmer line is a little too short for the Makita to handle. At 2 inches, the Makita is dispensing trimmer line on the first attempt. The DeWalt was not able to dispense 3/4 inch trimmer line during the first 10 taps. After stopping the trimmer and then starting it again, it began dispensing on the very next attempt. When trimmer line becomes too short, the trimmer head is unable to dispense trimmer line. And the Husqvarna, Milwaukee, and DeWalt are the only 3 trimmers in the lineup that are able to dispense trimmer line that's been shortened to 3/4 of an inch. All of the other string trimmers are able to dispense trimmer line that's been shortened to 2 inches. Let's see how quickly the string trimmers can mow down an 8 by 24 foot area. And the WORX is really bogging down and losing trimmer head speed trying to power through the grass. And the trimmer head is rotating counterclockwise and the grass clippings are piling up in front of the cut. This is definitely a light duty trimmer compared to some of the trimmers we're about to test. And the WORX is finally finished in 2 minutes and 13 seconds. And the cat has a 60-volt battery, but more volts doesn't always mean better performance. Just like the WORX, the grass is piling up in front of the path of the trimmer on the right to left swing. However, the guard is doing a great job of shielding me from the grass clippings. Having just a 15-inch cut is really slowing things down quite a bit. However, the cat just doesn't seem to have enough power to handle 16 or 17 inches of cut. And the cat is 6 seconds slower than the WORX at 2 minutes and 19 seconds. And the 80-volt Kobalt is maintaining much higher RPM than the WORX and the cat. While the grass clippings are piling up a little on the right to left pass, the high trimmer head speed is moving them out of the way quickly. And the debris shield is doing a great job of shielding me from the grass clippings. Even though the Kobalt has quite a bit more power than the WORX and the cat, is still losing a lot of RPM in the thick grass. And the Kobalt moves into the lead at 1 minute and 59 seconds or 14 seconds faster than the WORX. And the 40-volt Ryobi feels as powerful as the 80-volt Kobalt. And the Ryobi has a lot smaller debris shield than the Kobalt, and I'm getting hit by a lot more grass clippings compared to the first 3 brands. However, grass is not piling up in front of the trimmer nearly as bad on the right to left swing. And the Ryobi barely edges out the Kobalt by only 2 seconds at 1 minute and 57 seconds total. And the trimmer head spins in the clockwise direction with the Husqvarna, and the trimmer is losing a noticeable amount of RPM in the tall grass. And the grass is really piling up in front of the left to right swing with the Husqvarna. It just can't hold enough trimmer line speed to move the grass clippings efficiently. And the Husqvarna is finally finished in 2 minutes and 40 seconds, the slowest time yet. And the Eagle has a 16-inch cut and way more than enough torque to handle it. After using the first 5 brands, the Eagle is by far the most powerful in maintaining high RPM in the thick grass. And the grass clippings just aren't able to pile up in front of the Eagle on the right to left pass, as it's delivering a lot more trimmer line speed. And the Eagle moves into the lead at only 1 minute and 20 seconds. And the Makita just doesn't produce nearly as much torque as the Eagle, and it's losing a lot of trimmer head speed in the tall grass. And the debris shield is very narrow on the Makita, and I'm getting hit by quite a bit of grass. However, the smaller debris shield is helping the Makita disperse the grass clippings. And the Makita moves into second place, but it is 26 seconds slower than the Ego at 1 minute and 46 seconds. And the Milwaukee claims to produce 2.5 horsepower and is by far the most powerful battery-powered trimmer I've ever tested. And the Milwaukee has the largest debris shield in the lineup and is doing a great job of shielding me from the clippings. Grass is attempting to pile up in front of the left or right swing of the Milwaukee, but the Milwaukee seems unfazed. And the Milwaukee moves into the lead at only 1 minute and 3 seconds. Very impressive. And the DeWalt has a very narrow debris shield and I'm getting hit by quite a bit of grass clippings. And the DeWalt is also doing a great job of holding RPM, but 5100 RPM just isn't enough to move quickly and efficiently compared to the Milwaukee. However, the DeWalt does seem just as powerful as the Milwaukee and is very fast. And the DeWalt finished in a close second place at 69 seconds, or only 6 seconds slower than the Milwaukee. Several of the brands claim to be just as capable as gas trimmers. So let's see how they compare to the Stihl FS90R. There are definitely more powerful gas trimmers on the market, but this one should put the battery-powered trimmers to the test. And the gas trimmer is losing some RPM at times, but is still making quick progress. And there are some grass clippings that are piling up in the path of the Stihl that's slowing it down quite a bit. And the gas trimmer is finished in 1 minute and 27 seconds to move into 4th place behind the Ego. So the Milwaukee came out on top at 63 seconds. DeWalt finished in 69 seconds and Ego third at 80. I tested vibration without trimmer line in the trimmer head to prevent that from throwing off the results. Vibration from tools can cause discomfort and even swelling of the hands. And the WORX is pretty smooth at around 9 to 10 millimeters per second, which is pretty good. Cat vibrates even less, between 6 and 7. And the Ryobi vibrates quite a bit at 40 millimeters per second. Kobalt is pretty smooth at around 12 to 13. Husqvarna claims to be a low vibration tool and it performed well at around 15 to 16. The Ego performed even better at around 10. The Milwaukee also performed well at around 12 to 13. And the Makita vibrates quite a bit at around 25. The DeWalt vibrates even more than the Makita at around 33 to 34. If you're looking for a low vibration string trimmer, the Cat is the smoothest at around 6.7 millimeters per second. The WORX is also pretty smooth at around 9.7 and Ego third at around 10. Let's compare total runtime for each of the string trimmers, starting with a fully charged battery. On the highest speed setting, the Makita is the first one out of juice at just under 10 minutes. And the Milwaukee appears to be out of juice at around 12 minutes, but I noticed that one of the batteries is drained while the other one is not. So I'll recharge both batteries and repeat the test later in the video. And the DeWalt is fully drained at close to 20 minutes. The Ryobi lasted about 2 minutes longer at around 22 minutes. And the powerful Ego is finished at around 23.5 minutes. The Kobalt with the 2.5 amp hour battery is finished in close to 25 minutes. And the Cat is out of battery charge at just over 26 minutes. And the WORX lasted quite a while at just over 29 minutes. And the Husqvarna lasted by far the longest of all the brands at around 35.5 minutes. I repeated the runtime test with both batteries fully charged this time, and the Milwaukee performed quite a bit better at just over 21 minutes. In most residential applications, running a string trimmer at full RPM non-stop isn't realistic. Actual runtime would be 2 to 3 times longer in most residential applications. As you might expect, the more powerful string trimmers typically drain batteries quite a bit faster. And the Ego kit includes a quick charger, and the Ego battery is fully charged in 47 minutes. The Makita did not come with a charger, but I used a quick charger and the batteries are fully charged in 49 minutes. The Cat is finished in 50 minutes, and the Ryobi is finished in 1 hour and 5 minutes. The Milwaukee did not come with a charger, but the Milwaukee fast charger is finished with the 8 amp hour battery in 1 hour and 10 minutes. The Kobalt also performed well at 1 hour and 17 minutes. And the DeWalt did not come with a charger, but the charger I'm using is pretty slow at 2 hours and 18 minutes. The Husqvarna is also pretty slow at 2 hours and 35 minutes. And the WORX is finally finished in 4 hours and 15 minutes. The trimmers are organized by price. The left side of the scorecard includes some basic information about each brand. I've converted raw performance into an A through F rating for the graded areas on the right side of the chart. For the most part, the less expensive string trimmers make less noise and weigh less. The Ryobi, Makita, and DeWalt have a pretty narrow debris shield that offers less protection than the other brands. Coincidentally, trimmers that have a smaller debris shield also vibrate more. String trimmers with less powerful motors typically take longer to achieve maximum RPM, slowing down work efficiency. Trimmer line capacity can cost you or save you a lot of time over the lifetime of the string trimmer, and the Ego, Milwaukee, and DeWalt offer the most capacity. When trimmer line becomes too short, oftentimes the trimmer can no longer advance the trimmer line. However, the Husqvarna, Milwaukee, and DeWalt prove to be the best in this category. And the Milwaukee is the fastest cutting string trimmer, but the DeWalt is almost as fast. Most of the string trimmers offer at least 20 minutes of run time. When it comes to battery charge time, most of the batteries are fully charged in less than 90 minutes. So which string trimmer is best? An Eagle earned A's in most of the categories of testing. It's a very powerful string trimmer sold as a kit that includes the battery and charger. DeWalt easily won the showdown 3 years ago, but the Milwaukee definitely won the showdown this time. This is by far the best string trimmer I've ever tested. DeWalt has indeed improved their string trimmer since the last review, but it's now a couple of steps behind the Milwaukee. With that being said, I would definitely consider buying the Eagle, Milwaukee, or DeWalt if the price was right, since each of these string trimmers are pretty impressive. I have to admit, I'm really impressed with these battery-powered string trimmers. In many instances, they make these gasoline trimmers obsolete. All the videos in this channel, including this one, are viewer suggested, so if you have a video idea, I hope you'll take time to leave a comment. Thanks so much for watching, please take care, and I look forward to next time.